Hey, I'm back. Also I realized I was probably wrong. Because I'm not a mind reader, I'm somewhat good at guessing situations or things. So I did just want clarification. I'm going to church tomorrow. As long as I drink enough water. I'm going to drink more water. I need to definitely drink more water. Or something. I don't know what, but yeah, I need to drink a lot more. I found out I have a lot of vitamin C packets, so I'm currently drinking vitamin C packets like on a daily basis so that A, I get my vitamin C, and B, so that way I can use them. And then also I have other flavored water, like drink packets, and then things that I can squirt in water so that way it can taste good. I did want to double check, even though I was like, yeah, I don't have to mention again. Or is it reassuring whenever I'm like, hey, like, I'm still here for you and I'm still interested in you? The reason why I ask is because, like, again, I'm not a mind reader by any means. And I ask because also, like, you have the mascot who's smiling because it's plastered there on a mascot's face, but at the same time, you look unhappy. So that's why I was like, maybe you're unhappy because of my suggestion, but at the same time, like, I don't know, because again, I'm not a mind reader at all. I would love it if you became a Christian, but like, aside from trying to convince you, and I don't know what exactly it is that you're looking for or wanting, or like what magic words you're looking for it to be like, yes, I will become a Christian, or I'll follow God. I do know, what was it? There was, the lyrics from that rap song was, I need to hear you, feel you, touch you. And what was it? Something that, I think I may have mentioned it before. We're basically, man is made in God's image. So, like, we're thankfully not all alike by any means. And I am very, very thankful for that. Because we're all different, unique people. And I think with us being individuals, with us being individuals, it forces us to, no, it does not force us. It allows us to work in different parts of the body of Christ. So, like, basically, where some people have strength in some areas and other people have strengths in other areas. So we're not all alike by any means, but we have strengths in different areas in order to make things work, make things happen, where that way the church can run smoothly. And it might be people that are in charge of certain areas, it might be people that are over kids, it might be coordination, it might be security, it might be like, I watched this one thing where basically it's like, whatever you do for the glory of God. Or listen to it. It was on a Sunday, and I was like, I want to listen to stuff on a Sunday. So I went ahead and like listened to it. And it's like, whatever you do, you represent Christ. And so I really appreciated that, because it's like, cool. Like, even though, like, in my case, my gifting is like staying calm, cool, collected under pressure when things are like very, very stressful. Like, I'm good with that. Like, it's a strength of mine, basically. So yeah, I personally, that's something I'm good at. I'm good at leadership. So like, whenever things are really stressful, I'm good at working high pressure, and then like whenever things are really, really stressful. So I'm like decent at that overall. You know what? A part of me really wants to get some chai. But I think once I open it up, I have to put it in the fridge. So I don't want to do that. Oh, shoot. I need to get in the right lane, not in the left lane. Dang it. Please go. Okay, may not. There's a car to my right who, like, it still hasn't moved. Oh my goodness. Okay, now it moves. My guess is that they were on their phone. So, yeah. But yeah, so overall, like, we each have our own giftings. I know some people, like, I've met a few people like this. I think you're one of these people. You don't do good in, like, high pressure, or, like, not high pressure, but, like, high stress environments that are fast paced. I do amazing in those environments. I really enjoy those environments. Like, it's my creme de la creme, basically. And I can easily stay calm, cool, collected. The police now have an SUV. Wait, this is kind of normal. Sorry, take that back. Because sometimes you have cops who have SUVs for, like, dogs, or, like, with dogs and such. So, but I'm so surprised there's so many people out at midnight for Planet Fitness. Like, I'm really surprised about that. So, yeah, so I do agree, like, we all have our strengths and such, and so, like, people work together, or work on themselves in different areas, and just make life work, and make life happen, and, like, some people, they're not the greatest at high stressful situations, and I'm like, okay, you know what, you shouldn't be in, like, fast food, which is fine, but it's like, okay, some people are really good in office jobs, or, like, where there's some kind of monotony, like, accounting is the lifeblood of businesses. Like, in America, you have to have an accountant. 101, you have to have an accountant, and you have to have a lawyer to start up a business. And so that way you make sure you're following the law, and then that way, so A, and then B, so that way, like, you're making sure that you're making the money that you need to, and that you're following all the procedures financially. So, yeah, so, like, every person, like, not everyone's going to be a lawyer. Because not everyone can handle being a lawyer. I still remember I met this one guy who was talking about, he was trained to be a lawyer, and then he came while he was shadowing this lawyer. The lawyer ended up letting this guy speak, I think, for 45 minutes, nothing to do with the case at all. And he's like, I can't do this. So he was like, I'm switching to something else besides being a lawyer, because he could do the law work. He was like, I can't listen to someone for 45 minutes. And being a lawyer, you have to be good with people. Like, you have to know how to, like, interact and talk with them, and how to handle the case in order to make sure you get the details that you need. Or maybe the details that you didn't realize you would need. So, yeah, overall, like, I get it. Doing that work is not for everyone. But yeah, so not everyone can be a lawyer. Not everyone can be an accountant. Like, example A, I can't be an accountant. Can I work in high stress, fast situations? Yes. That is something that I'm good at. So yeah, overall, like, is this empty? No. I really should have added just a little bit of sugar. It tastes bitter. It tastes bad. Anyways, so yeah, overall, like, it's something that to drink, basically, though. Yeah, I'm really, really thankful for the differences between people. So, overall, whenever you're like, well, what I think of, one sec. Ooh. what I think is that whenever it's like, hey, I want to touch God or see God or something like that, I don't know if it'll help, but it's up to you. It might help. I don't know. In other words, like, I don't know what you're looking for, so it might be something that you're like, yeah, this is something I'm looking for, then it's up to you. If it's not something that you're looking for, then that's what you decide. But yeah, basically it's like, you know what, fun fact, I really have to do laundry tomorrow. I got tomato sauce on my shirt and all over my pants. What happened was that one of the guys, the manager, ended up like placing tomato sauce on the edge of a table, and it just like fell and made him like fell, and then it also poked a hole in the bottom, and so I had to help him with moving tomato sauce from that container into another container. So he was freaking out, and I was calm, cool, collected. Again, each of us has different strengths. My skin is not one of those, so I can't like wash my hands a million times. My brain is like, yes, you can work fast food. My skin is like, no. So I'm just like, I can never work for fast food again. The next food service place I work at, it would need to be like a coffee place, because I like coffee. And from what I can tell, you're an amazing coffee maker, and I want to become like that. And unfortunately, I don't have that much access to that much coffee. Or I could. It's just spend like a couple dollars a day. So, yeah. Yeah. What else was there? But yeah, so anyways, people have different giftings. And I think what really, really helps is basically people keeping in mind or thinking about the fact that people are made in God's image, and because they're made in God's image, and because they're made in God's image, like, we all represent a different aspect of who God is. And it's not necessarily them, like, the entire who they are. I'm gonna roll out that window. It's not necessarily like every single piece of them, but it is like them as a person, and then maybe how they talk to people, maybe how they interact with people, maybe how they get along with people. So things like that. Hey, I saw that van before. That van, I think, has been here or so. So yeah, my guess is that they're like, Planet Fitness is the place for me to go ahead and sleep overnight, because yeah, hotels are expensive. So yeah. But yeah, overall, like, oh my goodness, I'm yawning again. Yeah, so overall, I think that people are representative of who God is. Again, not every aspect of them, but like the parts that really represent who God is. And then having different kinds of people reminds us that in spite of how we feel, like, God created them, and whether we like it or not, we still have to love them, whether we like it or not. So yeah, like, we still have to love them. And it could be like to love them enough to walk beside them, or love them enough to help them, or love them enough in order to be like, you need to change your ways. You can't murder people anymore. Sorry, we're putting you in jail. So, like, it could be, yeah. So anyways, like, people are a representation of who God is. So, like, me talking to you and to whoever else is watching these videos, basically, like, God created, like, you and each person. And so just knowing that, and then especially, like, as a Christian, it's like I'm a representative of Christ. I'm supposed to be Christ-like. I've heard of some people say, well, there's no way I could be perfect. Guess what? That's not scriptural. The Bible does not say, there's no way you can be perfect, so don't try. No, it says be perfect as Christ is perfect. Doesn't say anything else in regards to that. I really need to work on being perfect. I am such a horrible person. I have not killed anyone, but that doesn't matter. There's so much in my life I definitely need to improve on. I don't think you would appreciate if, my guess is that, like, you would probably be here if I was like, yes, I want to have sex. So, yeah. I've heard that, like, I remember meeting one lady. She got married. She did not have sex before she got married. She got married to this guy. And she was like, yeah, after they got married, sometimes it was like the presence of God fell on them while they were having sex. And it's like, that's interesting. So, yeah. I thought that was interesting overall. But, yeah. I think that it's possible to hug over, like, other Christians, and you're, like, hugging a representation of Christ, basically. So, it's like ambassador. You embrace the ambassador and you embrace Christ. So, like, hug. You do amazing hugs, and I miss your hugs. So yeah. Anyways, I'm done with work. I need to change clothes, brush my teeth, and it's very humid out here, so what I may end up doing is basically reserving 2-hour time frame on the hydro bed and just falling asleep there and being like, bye, I'm asleep. So yeah, I think by then, like, there won't really be anyone out here. If there is, it might be the police, because I noticed the police come here. I mean, they have to work out and such for only $27 a month. Like, kind of hard to beat that price. And then there's other people who are, like, traveling like that cargo van. So, yeah. I hope they don't have any dead bodies in the back. That would suck. Yeah. So, anyways, I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a great day. Let me, I guess... Yeah, I take it you do like the idea of me being interested, but yeah, other than that, what would you like to know? And I mean this sincerely, and then also, as of right now, like, I don't know when I'll be moving. I wish I knew the future, so that way I'm not as stressed overall, and I can just, like, relax just a little bit, because as of right now I'm kind of, like, freezing in a way, and just, like, afraid to move, almost. Like, afraid to apply for jobs, and afraid to, like, move forward in life, because I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm afraid that if I do one step or another, like, it'll move me in the wrong direction, basically. So, yeah, overall, like, I'm afraid of that. So, yeah. Yay! I made some money. So, yeah. Yeah, hence why I don't have another interview lined up, and I've gotten a few emails that were like, hey, you're not what we're looking for. So, yeah. I'm afraid for my future because I don't know what's supposed to happen. Or how it's supposed to go, and my fear is winter because it's very, very cold. Like, very, very cold. Like, here it gets into the teens. And I know winter where I'm going will at least be in the teens, at least. I don't know exactly what the temperature will be like during the winter, but it will be cold. Am I afraid of getting a job in time? I think that might be part of my fear. I'm pretty sure they'll have Airbnb over there, because they have Airbnb throughout the entire world. I think it's because I'm afraid that I will end up in the wrong spot. I really think I should just pray and fast about this, honestly. Because I'm stressed and I'm freaking out about it. And I'm afraid of making the wrong decision. Even though I've told a lot of people what state I'm moving to, I don't know where I'm moving to exactly, so yeah. I wish I knew what I need to do next specifically, or how I'm supposed to react, or anything else like that. I wish I knew that, but I don't, because I don't know my own future, and I'm scared. And I'm scared that if you were sincere, that I'll miss out on that. That's a huge part of it. But at the same time, I'm just like, I've waited so long. And I've realized it's kind of pointless, but a part of me still holds out hope. So yeah. Anyways, I will talk to you later. I'm gonna go get ready for bed because I'm really tired. It's like midnight here, I think, now. So yeah, I'll talk to you later.